Hey guys, welcome to our channel. We are here to say you all about the world's richest men around, and if you want to be in their list then do subscribe our channel for more exciting videos. 1. Jeff Bezos, age 57, founder and CEO, Amazon. Amazon ownership stake 11%, $174 billion. Other assets, Blue Origin, $7.15 billion private assets, Washington Post, $250 million private assets, and $9.75 billion in cash. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com in a garage in Seattle, shortly after he resigned from the hedge fund giant D.E. Shaw. In fact, he had originally pitched the idea of an online bookstore to his former boss David E. Shaw, who wasn't interested. Though Amazon.com originally started out selling books, it has since morphed into a one-stop shop for everything under the sun, and arguably the world's largest retailer. At any rate, it is hard to dispute its self-description as the Earth's most customer-centric company. Its pattern of constant diversification is evident in some of its unexpected expansions, which include acquiring Whole Foods in 2017 and launching its own branded over-the-counter drugs in February 2018. In 2020, Amazon's share price skyrocketed on the heightened demand for online shopping as lockdowns forced consumers to stay home. Bezos originally took Amazon public in 1997 and went on to become the first man since Bill Gates in 1999 to achieve a net worth of more than $100 billion. Bezos' other projects include aerospace company Blue Origin, the Washington Post, which he purchased in 2013, and the 10,000-year clock, also known as the Long Now Point 2. Elon Musk, age 49, co-founder and CEO, Tesla, net worth $151 billion, Tesla ownership stake 20%, $114 billion, other assets, space exploration technologies, $29.8 billion private assets, and Boring Company, $101 million private assets. Elon Musk has hit his hands in several different companies over the years. Originally enrolled at Stanford University, Musk deferred his attendance to launch ZIP-2, one of the earliest online navigation services. A portion of the proceeds from this endeavor was then reinvested to create XCOM, an online payment system that later became PayPal. While both of these systems were eventually sold to other companies, Musk has maintained his status as CEO and lead designer of his third project, Space Exploration Technologies, SpaceX, which aims to make space exploration more affordable. In 2004, Musk became a major funder of Tesla Motors, now Tesla, which led to him being retroactively declared a co-founder and his current position as CEO of the electric vehicle company. In addition to its line of electric automobiles, which include sedans, sport utility vehicles, SUVs, and the Cybertruck announced in 2019, Tesla also produces energy storage devices, automobile accessories, merchandise, and, through its acquisition of SolarCity in 2016, solar power systems. In 2020, Tesla's stock price experienced an astronomical surge, having risen 705% from the start of the year to mid-December. It joined the S&P 500 that same month, the largest company added thus far. In 2016, Musk founded two more companies, Neuralink and the Boring Company, with him serving as the CEO of the former. Neuralink is developing brain-machine interface devices to help individuals suffering from paralysis and potentially allow users to mentally interact with their computers and mobile devices. The Boring Company, meanwhile, develops boring machines for the purpose of drilling tunnels for underground public transportation systems, which would mitigate traffic congestion in major cities. 3. Bernard Arnault, age 72, CEO and chair, LVMH, net worth $150 billion, Christian Dior ownership stake 97.5%, $109 billion. French national Bernard Arnault is the chair and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. This business owns some of the biggest brands on earth, including Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Marc Jacobs, Sephora, and many more. The majority of his wealth, however, actually comes from his massive stake in Christian Dior SE, the holding company that controls 41.2% of LVMH. His shares in Christian Dior SE, plus an additional 6.2% in LVMH, are held through his family-owned holding company Group Arnault SE. An engineer by training, Arnault's business chops became apparent while working for his father's construction firm, Ferret-Savenel, which he would take control of in 1971. He later converted Ferret-Savenel to a real estate company named Ferranel Incorporated in 1979. Renault remained Farrell's chair for another 6 years until he acquired and reorganized luxury goods maker Financière Gauche in 1984, eventually selling all of its holdings other than Christian Dior and Le Bon Marché. He was invited to invest in LVMH in 1987 and became the majority shareholder, chair of the board, and CEO of the company 2 years later. 4. Bill Gates, age 65, co-founder, Microsoft Corporation. Net worth, $124 billion. While attending Harvard University in 1975, Bill Gates went to work alongside his childhood. Following this project's success, Gates dropped out of Harvard in his junior year and went on to found Microsoft with Allen. In addition to being the largest software company in the world, Microsoft also produces its own line of personal computers, publishes books through Microsoft Press, provides email services through its Exchange server, and sells video game systems and associated peripheral devices. Originally Microsoft's chief software architect, Gates later transitioned to the role of the chair in 2008. He had joined Berkshire Hathaway's board in 2004. He later stepped down from both boards on March 13, 2000. Gates' two philanthropic organizations, the William H. Gates Foundation and the Gates Learning Foundation, were merged to create the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, of which he and his ex-wife, Melinda Gates, are co-chairs. Through the foundation, he has spent billions to fight polio and malaria. Additionally, he pledged $50 million in 2014 to help fight Ebola. In 2020, the foundation promised to spend $300 million to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2010, alongside Warren Buffett, Bill Gates launched the Giving Pledge, a campaign encouraging rich individuals to commit to donating the majority of their wealth to philanthropic causes. 5. Mark Zuckerberg, age 36, co-founder, CEO, and chair, Facebook, net worth $97 billion, other assets $2.93 billion in cash, and $225 million in real estate. Mark Zuckerberg first developed Facebook alongside fellow students Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes while attending Harvard University in 2004. As Facebook began to be used at other universities, Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard to focus entirely on his growing business. Today, Zuckerberg is the CEO and chair of Facebook, which had more than 2.8 billion monthly active users as of Q3 2020. Facebook is the world's largest social networking service, enabling its users to create a personal profile, connect with friends and family, join or create groups, and much more. As the website is free to use, most of the company's revenue is generated through advertising. Facebook, the company, is also host to several other brands, including photo-sharing app Instagram, which it acquired in 2012, cross-platform mobile messaging service WhatsApp and virtual reality headset producer Oculus, both acquired in 2014, Workplace, its enterprise connectivity platform, Portal, its line of video calling devices, and Novi, its digital wallet for the DM payment system. Zuckerberg and his wife, Priscilla Chan, founded the Chan-Zuckerberg Initiative in 2015, with each of them serving as co-CEO. Their charity seeks to leverage technology in order to fix societal ills, such as improving the access and quality of education, reforming both the criminal justice system and the United States immigration system, improving housing affordability, and eventually eradicating all diseases. 6. Warren Buffett, age 90, CEO, Berkshire Hathaway, net worth $96 billion, the most famous living value investor. Warren Buffett filed his first tax return in 1944 at age 14, declaring his earnings from his boyhood paper route. He first bought shares in a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway in 1962, becoming the majority shareholder by 1965. He expanded the company to insurance and other investments in 1967. Now Berkshire Hathaway is a $500 billion company with a single share of stock trading at more than $390,000 per share in early 2021. Widely known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett made the majority of his fortune through purchasing shares in companies with easy-to-understand business operations. While many investors have been piling into tech companies, Buffett has opted for a more cautious approach, only buying from well-established companies that are easier to understand, such as IBM and Apple. He is also a noted Bitcoin skeptic. Additionally, Buffett has also outright purchased a lengthy list of companies over the years, including Dairy Queen, Duracell, Geico, and Kraft Heinz. Outside of investing, Buffett has directed much of his wealth toward philanthropic endeavors. Between 2006 and 2020, Buffett gave away $41 billion, the majority of which either went to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation or to his children's charities. 61 Buffett launched the Giving Pledge alongside Bill Gates in 2010. 7. Larry Ellison, age 76, co-founder, CTO, and chair, Oracle, net worth $93 billion, other assets, Tesla equity, $10.1 billion public assets, and $14.9 billion in cash. 8. Larry Page, age 48, co-founder and board member, Alphabet allies Google. Net worth $91.5 billion. Former serving as CEO of the company until he stepped down in 2001. Google is one of the largest internet search engines on the planet, accounting for more than 70% of global online search requests. In 2006, Google, the company, expanded by purchasing YouTube, the biggest platform for user-submitted videos. Then, 2008 saw the release of the first mobile phone utilizing the Android operating system, which was originally developed by Android Incorporated prior to Google acquiring the company in 2005. Today, Google is a subsidiary of Alphabet, a holding company for which Page served as CEO between 2015-2019. Page is also a founding investor of Planetary Resources, a space exploration and asteroid mining company. Originally established in 2009, the company was acquired by blockchain firm Consensus in 2018 amid funding problems. He has also shown an interest in flying car companies, having invested in both Kitty Hawk and Opener. 9. Sergey Brin, age 47, co-founder and board member, Alphabet, Goog, net worth $89 billion. What makes Google unique, compared to the other companies featured on this list, is that its co-founders are relatively close in terms of total wealth. Sergey Brin's involvement in Google follows a similar path to Page's. After the duo founded the company in 1998, Brin served as co-president alongside Page until Eric Schmidt took over as CEO in 2001. Similarly, after founding Alphabet in 2015, Brin acted as the holding company's president before stepping down in 2019 when Sundar Pichai took over as CEO. 0. Mukesh Ambani, age 63, chair and managing director, Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries was originally founded as a small textile manufacturer by Dhirubhai Ambani in 1966. In 1979, Dhirubhai's son Mukesh moved to Palo Alto, Calif. to attend Stanford Business School. A year later, Mukesh returned home at the behest of his father to oversee the construction of a new polyester mill, during which time he also joined Reliance Industries' board. Rather than moving back to the US to finish his university program, Mukesh remained in India to lead Reliance's backward integration initiative. During the 90s, he spearheaded the company's efforts to create, as well as acquire, multiple petrochemical plants and petroleum refineries. In 2002, Dhirubhai suffered a stroke and passed away. The lack of a will resulted in a feud between Mukesh and his brother Anil over how their father's empire would be distributed. 3 years later, as the result of a settlement brokered by their mother, the siblings agreed to split the business, with Mukesh retained control over refining, petrochemicals, oil and gas, and textile operations. This didn't completely ease the tension between the two brothers, as they wouldn't settle a legal dispute over sharing natural gas, nor dissolve their non-compete agreements until 2010. In 2014, Mukesh and Anil seemingly buried the hatchet with the announcement of a $220 million pact to share a fiber optic network between their two companies. Reliance Industries has established several highly successful subsidiaries under Mukesh's leadership, including Reliance Retail and telecommunications company Jio. He is also a member of the Foundation Board of the World Economic Forum, an elected foreign member of the United States National Academy of Engineering, a member of the Global Advisory Council of Bank of America, and a member of the International Advisory Council of the Brookings Institution. The bottom line. If you want to get a little closer to making Bloomberg's richest billionaires list, you might need to become a technological innovator or a retail king. Or you can keep it simple and focus on value investing. It also wouldn't hurt to start out by coming from wealth, as Arnault, Ambani, and some other super wealthy individuals did. Think Jim Walton, number 18 on Forbes' list, and Charles Koch, number 27.282. However, the greatest fortunes on this list started as great ideas from people with the creativity, drive, and connections to make them take off. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe for more quality content.